but hi, hello everyone, welcome! First of all, if I sound weird, I apologize. I am kind of fighting the sniffles right now as I stream this, but yes, Kagana, as you pointed out, I did get the Drifter, while I was away on, my vacation. She is pretty fun to use. I don't think I have anything, like, too special to say about her. Anyway, I did also get Sync Otis, but I haven't really used her that much, so might as well show her. But another thing I did get, immediately after finishing Canto 5, I got fucking male wife Gregor. Look at him, he looks awesome! He looks gorgeous, he looks beautiful, chef's kiss. Mwah, my dress is weird. But yes, tonight we are hitting the intervallo, and also this is probably going to be my last Limbus stream of both 2025 and also Season 6, because I do want to wait till Season 7 to move on with the story and whatnot. I just wanted to knock out District 20 out of the way since, you know, it's Christmas. Why not? And also it's required for me to hit the next intervallo, which apparently is peak. Or at least has peak music. But yes, with that all being said, let's get Limbusted. As our voyage on the Great Lake extends, the list of things to keep sinners entertained grows ever smaller. In a way, it sounds like a serious problem, but...
뭐 재미있는...
있는 일 따윈 없다. 30번째 똑같은 말을 하는 것도 재주군. 혹시 말을 한 뒤에 곧바로 까먹기라도 하는 거라면...
정확히는 28번째. 30번이 채워지면 후두보에 손상이 있던 건 아닌지 확인하려던 참이었다.
28 repetitions!
안다고 알아. 얼마나 지루하면 내가 이러겠어. 할 게 없으니까 이러지. 100개만 게임도 이제 질렸다고.
잘 됐네. 그러면 이 갈매기 밥 주는 거랑 꼬박꼬박.
Oh, that's right! They got a seagull!
다 질려서 내가 돈만 타고 있잖아.
그러게. 어차피 후수를 벗어나면 원래 살던 곳으로 돌려보낼 거면서 왜 그렇게 정을 붙인 거예요?
아, 출근하잖아.
No.
그냥 갈매기의 눈빛인데요.
Those beady little fucking eyes. It was abundantly clear that the sinners were starting to slowly expire from sheer boredom. Well, it's not really a problem that has a solution, and I had zero interesting stories to tell, considering that I'm an amnesiac, so... all I could do was sit here and watch the sinners suffer. Great. Putting them through the daily trials of the mirror dungeons wasn't the most exciting activity either. Speaking of which, Heathcliff appears to be the one least affected by this mess. He's thinking about his Cantos next. Not that he was all calm and aloof, that is. I'd say he's anxious.
저기, 베르길리우스.
Oh no! What have you done? Even Israel's like, oh god, no. A frosty silence descended upon the sinners. And the source of the frost was the inexplicable event that played out before their eyes.
히스클리프? 미쳤나요? 드디어?
면담의 부작용인가? 겁대가리 소시지 그런 거야?
Heathcliff? Still feeling bad about the coupons?
미친 것도 아니고 극대가리 사라진 것도 아니니까.
제법이군, 히스클리프. 이 기행을 지나오면서 지금 이 순간만큼 놀라운 일은 드물었는데. 말해, 왜 나를 불렀지?
I'm gonna grab a drink while it's on.
뭐야? 다음으로 가는 건 T사 맞지?
The timey-wimey people!
내가 굳이 대답해야 하나?
당신 알잖아 내가 왜 이러는지.
뭐 조급해하지 않아도 된다. 이놈이나 저놈이나 그걸 잘 못하는 것 같지만
네.
흐름대로라면 네 약속에 늦는 일은
Wait, what?
결코 없을 테니.
Huh? Since I had no context for any of that, all I could do was sit here and watch as Heathcliff scratched the back of his head. I'm still out of the loop, but Heathcliff must be really anxious about something if he's willing to talk to Virgilius first. And after all that...
아니 약속보다 중요한 게
Wait, I said too much. Heathcliff turned around and faced us.
야, 너네들 중에 혹시 뭐 T사랑 관련된 놈 손 좀 들어봐.
I mean, some of us have the...
손 들었어.
에?
알다시피 과거에 T사에 잠시 살았던 적은 있소만.
Oh, that's right. I remember from his Canto. Cause his story dungeon was entirely in like the sepia color, right? T-Corp sucks ass. Hey, look, that's another thing Heath and Yusung have in common. Let's ship them, please, please, please. Don't leave me alone in this.
아니 당신은 지나왔잖아.
We already did you. I mean, you haven't done them yet.
그럼 역시 곧 있으면.
What's that?
하지만 아직도 이 정신 나간 호수 한가운데가.
Yeah, I don't want to take up too much.
시계대가리 지금이 며칠이더라?
How would I know?
뭐? 시계 달고 있는데 왜 날짜를 몰라?
Bitch, this isn't a calendar! Clocks and calendars are completely different things.
아우, 히스. 한숨만 벌써 30번째야. 버스 바닥 좀 확인해봐. 쟤 때문에 움푹 파였을 것 같으니까.
말해요,
Heath
히스클리프.
is a wolf confirmed.
그쪽의 차례가 온 거죠.
It's your turn!
무엇이 됐든 준비가 필요한 거고요.
It's peak fiction time! Almost.
이 정도면 뭐.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I thought I'd mute the mic there. After some time.
그러니까 요약하자면 아무래도
Okay, there, it's
이스마엘
working.
다음은
What the fuck?
히스클레프
That's
차례인 것
embarrassing.
같고 그 근거가 될 만한 물건을 저번 면담 때 베르길리우스에게 전달받았고
Oh.
그 물건에 의하면 T사에 갈 때
Wait, so are
멋지게
these conversations
차입을
normal?
옷이나 꾸미는 작업이 필요한데
Wait, what?
계속 호수에 떠 있으니까 마음이 초조해져서
Alright, I'm gonna keep lowering
대체
myself.
어떻게
Give me a
할지
minute.
모르겠다는 거군요.
그래 그러니까
I want people to see the
근데
process.
아니 그건 뭐 육지에 내리거나 해야 해결할 수 있는 일 아닌가?
아우, 뭘 그런 걸 가지고 얼을 타고 있어. 히스, 육지에만 내리면 그런 건 내가 도와줄 테니까 걱정하지 말라고.
애초에 육지에 언제 내릴 줄 알고.
Oh, we're still in the boat?
단테, 수감자들의 예정된 업무 시간에
Burp, burp,
도달했습니다.
burp, 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 burp. Oh, yeah. I hereby confirm I'm gonna skip this. I effectively said my... You good there? You good there, Tito?
기가 낭자한 단막극이라도 볼 수 있을 줄 알았건만.
Damn it.
뭐 대드는 게 아니었다는 건 다행이네요.
Sinners each got up from their seats, yawned and stretched. One by one, disappeared into the back door. We're just gonna ignore Heath. Why not?
시계대가리.
He led us to trouble last Canto. It's fine. Sorry. But Gregor isn't completely wrong, is he? Your days are numbered, Ryoshu. Virgilius and Charon also walk into the back door, mocking grins on their faces. And I was left alone in the ship's cabin, standing awkwardly next to a severely crestfallen Heath. And Dawn! Wait. There was another. The two most chaotic sinners.
넌 왜 여기 남아있냐?
Please tell me the
T사에서 만날 수
chapter
있다는
focuses on
해결사
them.
나으리들에 대해 떠들러 가야지.
해도 충분하오. 그보다 히스클리프군 내게 잘 보이는 것이 좋을 거요.
이게 뭐라고?
Little shit.
잠시만. 이야기가 안 끝났어. 관리자 나리와 이리로 조용히 오게나.
Dawn wore a confident smile. She slowly, gingerly walked over to presently and temporarily vacant Charon's seat, and whispered ever so slightly to us.
본에게 기가 막힐 수가 있다네.
그래서 기가 막힌 수라는 건 뭐냐?
I don't think there were words in this world expressive enough to describe that look on Heathcliff's face. You can try. It was certain he had very scant expectations for Dawn and her plans, but there was the sliver of hope in his face that maybe Dawn might rise to the occasion for once. She might step up. It was unclear whether Heathcliff's internal struggles mattered much to Dawn, however. She began excitedly describing her plan.
히스클리프군, 그대는 제바지 협회 출신인 아주 옛날에 존재했던 전설의 해결사 붉은 주머니를.
Oh shit, Devyat! That's ninth, right?
뭐,
That's Rhodia's association.
붉은 주머니는 조수인 사슴맨과 함께 도시 곳곳을 누비며 어떠한 가혹함이 있는 곳이더라도 반드시 배달 업무를 해냈다고 전해지네.
Reindeer man!
크리스마스엔 어떤 대가도 받지 않고 도시의 착한 아이들에게 선물을 나누어 줬다고 하지. 해결사 잡지에서
You mean Santa Claus?
표지로 등장하시는 분이건만 어찌 모르는가?
The porters of the city? Okay, I have seen, like, Rhodia and Sinclair's, IDs for them. Are they just Uber Eats drivers? Dawn asked, sounding genuinely shocked to learn that Heath did not know of this red sack. God, I hope your sack isn't red. That would be terrifying.
내가 그런 걸 왜 보냐?
Heath, shut up!
그런 거라니. 관리자 나리, 그대는 들어보았겠지?
I knocked on my ticking clock. I didn't feel the need to spell it out for her.
결국 아무도 구독하지 않았단 말인가? 그렇게 부러지지며.
Yeah, I don't have ears either, bro.
열심히 홍보했건만. 아무튼 중요한 건 우리 히스클리프군이 누구에게도 꿀리지 않을 빼어나고 멋들어진 단장을 해야 한다는 점 아니겠는가?
이제야 이야기가 본론으로 들어가네. 계속해봐.
Oh, that's a new sprite, I think.
아주 잘 알고 있네. 그 꽃단장을 참고할 최고의 롤 모델이 바로 붉은 주머니와 조수 사슴맨의 복장이란 걸.
아, 느낌 싸한데.
Oh, that's a new sprite, I think, too.
그 석양의 어쩌고들 같이.
Heath is getting so many new sprites. Fixers did blah blah blah.
그리고 석양의 해결사 코스프레를 해주지도 않았으면서
Cosplay!
그렇게 그리 말할 수 있는가?
Alright, give me a minute.
제대로 입어보지도 않고 그런 말을 하면 안 되는 것이란 말이네.
되게 거들먹거리길래 혹시나 했는데 또 그놈의 해결사 어쩌고 하는 헛소리냐? 지금은 그럴 힘도 없으니까 일단 5대 달아놔라.
When the sliver of hope on Heathcliff's face was beginning to rapidly fade,
지금까지 보아온 해결사들은 어떠했는가?
뭐?
They tried to kill us. A good amount of them.
우스꽝스러웠는가? 떠올리시게. 오히려 멋지고 정돈된 차림이 아니었는가?
Wait, are we getting?
단호하게 말해보시게.
K사에서 봤던 그 쫄쫄이는 다시 생각해도 웃긴데?
Bro, don't blame him. He's a streamer.
지금 브리티시는 우습지 않소. 그 코스튬 멋있었어. 그 소재에 대해 말하자면
Damn. She got real angry.
돌아오시오, 히스클리프군. 네, 아직 말이 안 끝났단 말이오.
Yeah, but he is.
오늘따라 왜 이렇게 팔팔한 거야?
When is she not hyper?
지크 프리트시 같은 스페셜한 분도 있지만
Special.
대부분의 해결사는 멋있게 차려입고 무엇보다 고귀하지 않았는가?
고기? 그건 잘 모르겠고 그럴싸한 옷을 입고 있는 사람도 있었던 것 같기도.
Honestly, we might as well keep the counter up for this one.
본인을 잘 따라와주기만 한다면 그들의 멋있는 복장을 그대로 채워낼 수 있어.
그런가? 에이, 젠장. 반박하려고 해도 내가 옷이나 꾸미는 거에 대해 뭘 알아야지.
Yo, we gonna get him some drip?
그래서 그런 옷들을 어디서 구하는데?
Heathcliff drip art?
솔직히 아까 다른 놈들이 말한 대로 육지에 가기 전에 뭘 구하기도 어렵잖아.
Heath drip?
본인이 다 그것까지 생각하여 말하는 것이네. 어제 이 버스 안에 경보가 울렸던 것을 기억하는가?
Wait, what? Now that I think about it, there was a siren yesterday. It went off not long before I announced the close of business for the day. Oh, that's probably from the short story that we haven't read yet. But Faust said the backdoor volatility wasn't anything for us to worry about.
본인은 궁금했네. 도당체 파우스트군은 무엇을 보고 그렇게 판단하는지. 그래서 다들 뒷문으로 들어가려 소란스러울 때
We're gonna pimp out our Heath! Let's go!
조심스럽고도
Also, what?
이 몸 홀로 앞으로 나아가 그 화면을 들여다보고 말았지.
So, you took a peep at the screen.
그 복잡한 기호들을 네가 알아먹을 수 있다고?
You know
본인도
Korean?
알아챌 것이라는 생각을 갖고 들여다본 것은 아니었다만 거기에 있었던 문양은 의외로 추측하기 쉽더군. 바로 붉은
Oh my god, I'm just noticing. Look at all the little plushies Charon has.
떨어진 옷을 의미하는 문양이 있었던 게지.
What?
그렇게 간단할 리가.
Yeah, no, it can't be that simple. We can't just get drip like that. I agreed with Heath, but Dawn remained enthusiastic as ever, as though she was already expecting him to say that.
알고 있는가? 뒷문 안에 있는 무수한 문들에는 문양이 종종 나타난다는 것을.
뭐?
쉬러 갈 때마다, 지나칠 때마다, 생각날 때마다 본인은 그걸 유심히 지켜보았지.
Put this away.
그리고 바로 어제 그 화면에 나타났던 문양과 완전히 같은 것이 있는 문을 복도에서 찾았네.
Dawn, you didn't!
미안하네, 관리자다리. 본인에게 잘못이 있다면 이 끓어오르는 모험기질을 죽이지 못한 것일 테지. 하지만 그 문을 아주 살짝만 열고 내부를 관찰했을 때
Girl, you better!
본인의 모든 추리와 추측이 마저 떨어졌다는 말을 듣는다면 정상 참작을 부탁할 수 있지 않겠는가?
대체 이 새끼는 하지 말라는 걸 왜 자꾸
Girl,
하는
that
거야?
is not my decision, that is Verg's. Why in the bloody hell do you keep doing what everyone else? Hang on. Dawn is gonna get us dragged into the back rooms. Hold on. Why do you keep doing what everyone tells you not to do? Honey. 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 I remember when Heathcliff ignored all warnings and went into the restricted area past the area of the corridor that we're allowed to use. We almost lost Heath that day. It was a tad different this time, however. Back then, Heathcliff had no idea what was beyond that door, and ran in like a moron. And this time, we do. Are you suggesting we call everyone over to explore that place? Even though we skipped the mini episode? You're just scared of the consultation, aren't you? The answer to this predicament was right there. Tell them that it's too dangerous and shove them back into their respective rooms to rest up for tomorrow. Alright kids, go back to bed. We get ourselves some drip. It was obvious that Dawn wasn't helping Heathcliff out of the pure kindness of her heart. Maybe she hungered for an adventure. Or maybe she thought she might be able to do that cosplay of the fixers she so admired. But if we can find Heath some nice clothes to put his heart at ease, then... Oh, we don't want to repeat. We don't want Heathcliff to crash out, do we? Maybe I can do something about this before things get out of control. Like it did last time when I just let a sinner's anxiety stew and exacerbate. Fine, but we're turning around at the first sign of danger.
진심으로 하는 말이냐?
Yeah, why not? Let's go! Come on, you were willing to do it if it meant that you could pick up some clothes.
뭐, 시계 대가리까지 붙으면 괜찮겠지.
Wait, is it just gonna be the three of us?
잘 결정했어. 그럼 오늘 밤 관리자 나리의 방문 앞에서 우리가 문을 똑똑똑똑 하고 두들기면 나리께서는 암호로.
So like, hang on, let me bring my mic close to my desk. Like that?
들어가라.
Go get some sleep. She's not gonna be able to sleep. I really hope this won't be a waste of time. We agreed on a precise time before returning to our respective rooms. Oh no! We're cooked! You ready to pilot only 2 sinners? God damn it! Let's just see how this goes. If this doesn't turn out good, then we can just switch back to the charge team instead. A dark, silent night. All are sound asleep.
가서 별거 없기만 해봐.
한치의 거짓도 없다네. 자, 이쪽으로.
We quietly and sneakily followed Dawn, taking care to not make a noise. We don't have soundproofing or shit? Are we really crossing this line?
아이씨, 내가 이거 넘었다가 어떻게 된 줄 모르냐?
No, she probably doesn't. It'll be different!
이선 넘어 오른쪽 복도를 쭉 한만 따라가서 바로 앞에 있는 문을 열기만 하면.
Hey yo, Don Quixote ASMR. So these are the symbols she was talking about. Past the door, through the window, the symbols Dawn mentioned shimmered. Symbols that seemed to indicate a sack, a wrapped present, and what appeared to represent fancy clothes. So, they're the red sack and the reindeer man symbols?
다른 건 몰라도 네 녀석이 이런 걸 헷갈릴 리는 없겠지. 연다?
Hold on. Before I even had the chance to stop him, Heathcliff barged into the door. And we found ourselves almost getting dragged in by his sheer fervor.
오.
We found ourselves in a rather sizable room. A toy factory! This place was decorated with numerous Christmas-themed ornaments. Warm, cozy lighting reflected off the wood flooring, and a maze of conveyor belts were installed all over the place. This place is a factory?
그러하네.
저것들은 또 뭐냐? 조그마한 꼬맹이 같은 게...
The gnomes!
이보게! 이 돈키호테가 왔네!
이 새끼 뭐 하는 거야?
The fuck, and the fuck is in the air. The little figures Heathcliff indicated didn't exactly look like children. They all froze for a moment before turning around in our direction. Also, sorry, I hit the mic earlier. They weren't humans, that's for sure.
아, 가만히 있어 보게. 본인이 다 이야기해둔 것들이 있다네.
Wait, what? What happened to the sneakiest of peaks?
야, 시계 대가리. 뭐가 온다.
A small, but larger than others around it, figure scurried over and stood before us.
아이고, 돈키호테 나으리가 오셨음.
Oh?
이번에도 예상하지 못했던 곳에서 갑자기 뿅 나왔음.
Gnome. Again, gnome. Who is this, Dawn?
우리에게 멋진 선물을 주실 분일세.
He rubbed his hands, or what I assumed to be hands, together, looked up at us, and started.
반갑음. 돈키호테 나으리의 친구 되시는 분들인가 보.
Friend gnomes.
저는 도도루라고 하오. 이 선물 공장에서 선물을 만드는 일을 하는 놈이움.
A gnome? We've been gnomed!
놈일세.
Was that supposed to be obvious? What are gnomes anyway? We've been gnomed! So they're not humans, right?
그렇소. 이들은 사람이 아니라 놈이니까 말이오.
그렇다오.
I'm not gonna count gnome as part of the English counter.
아닌 것이오. 매우.
도시엔 인간만 있을 수 있다고 들었던 것 같은데.
I mean, we have abnos. They're not abnormalities or distortions either. They're something else. They're creatures.
도시? 역시나.
뭐 사람인지 아닌지가 중요하게.
Hold up, is this thing as tall as Dawn, canonically?
어떤 일을 하는가일세.
Oh god, they're probably bigger than me! Didn't that Dodoru gnome say something weird about the city just now?
나만 그렇게 느낀 거 아니지?
그보다옹.
This Dodoru cut in on our conversation.
친구분들께서는 원하시는 선물이 있으신지요?
Yeah, we like some new drip, please.
이를테면 멋진 옷이라던가 강력한 무기라던가.
Cookies! I want cookies!
진...
Cookies!
있는 거냐?
관심 가는 게 있으신 거였나 보? 자자자자. 그럼 잠시 이쪽으로.
The gnome said something about introducing us to the reception hall, and led us to a certain room in his scurrying gait. This seems more like a storage space than a reception hall. The weapons would be pretty sick. They would just be Rudolta's ego, let's be real.
거기에 더해 맛있는 다과도 준비해 두었음.
Cookies!
조금만 기다리시면 금방 원하시는 선물을 가져다 드리겠습니다.
Cookies! The gnome bowed, opened the door, and scuttled out of the room. They make the same sounds as Egliet. Our reception hall is usually this barren? I've never been to one before, so I had no idea if this is what they were supposed to look like. I had to ask. Especially because it was starting to get pretty obvious, even with my rather limited experience, that there was something off about this whole situation. There's an aberration tied to Rudolta? Isn't that what the holiday egos are based on? Or is that also Rudolta? I don't know, I don't have either of them.
나도 들은 적 있어. 뭐 공사 하다가 만 것 같은 곳에 대충 물건 몇 개 쌓아두는 게 더 인기가 있다던데.
Is that what this is?
관리자 나리는 마음 놓으시게. 본인이 책임지고 멋진 선물을 받아낼 것이니.
여차하면 들고 나를 수도 있을
샌들.
거고 슬쩍 보니 번쩍번쩍한 게 고급스러운 물건들을 포장하는 것 같았다고.
도둑질은 안 돼요. 벌써 헤어 쿠폰 데이를 잊었는가?
Coupon.
알았어.
Heathcliff was as foul-mouthed as always, but it was evident from his relaxing expression that his anxiety was starting to ease. Yay! Maybe the fact that we're here, about to find what we're looking for, was a comforting thought. Or probably not, let's be honest. Heathcliff, is it that important that you dress well for this occasion? A rather delicate but gently smoldering hearth. Calm, silent air. A perfect atmosphere to bring up uncomfortable subjects for some honest heart-to-heart. Yay! Or is someone waiting for you there? Someone who you'd like to dress up for. Kathy!
아예 틀린 말은 아니긴 한데.
비밀 이야기.
It's Kathy!
나는 보란듯이 성공해서 돌아가야만 해. 적어도 예전에 굴러먹던 그 망나니 히스클리프라고 생각할 수는 없도록. 그러니까 고급스럽고 멋진 옷으로 그럴싸하게 보이는 건 내게 엄청 중요한 거라고.
누군가 그대를 배 아프게라도 했는가?
Oh, is that why he has so many envy skills? Oh. Also, Heathcliff. You already are a man of quality in my heart. You will always be a man of quality in someone's heart. Especially mine. Especially when you come home with Kurokumo Heathcliff, god damn it! Is this about revenge? Like Ishmael? Like it says on your bat? Heathcliff leaned back in his chair. It creaked as he rocked gently back and forth. We got a little rocking chair! There was a look of deep introspection on his face, which was, if my memory serves me right, a first.
복수라면 복수겠네. 근데 지금 당장 드는 결심은 후회하게 해주겠다. 그게 더 맞는 것 같아.
Huh? I thought you loved her! What? No, Heathcliff, no! No! Stop it!
나는 거기서 날 무시했던 놈들도 죄다 짓밟아줄 거야. 나를 선택하지 않았던 걸 땅을 치고 후회할 수밖에 없도록.
What? Heath! Is this part of Wuthering Heights? What?
사실은 누구보다도 어울리는 사람이었다는 걸 캐시에게 증명할 거라고.
Kathy. Heathcliff's eyes tremble a little as he speaks her name. Oh. He's mentioned that name before. His eyes tremble then too. This Kathy must be someone pretty important to you.
당연하지.
Man, I can't wait to learn more about her.
진정 중요하지.
So what happened between the two of you? Between you and Kathy?
정확히 말하면 캐서린이지. 캐시라고도 부르는 거고.
Yeah, I'm okay.
길고 골치 아픈 이야기야.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to read Wuthering Heights for this shit.
그 사람이 히스클리프군의 연인이라고 외치고 있어.
Wait, is that what she is to you?
아니야. 그런 것까지 아니야.
Remember to read, kids.
그렇다고 볼 수도 있을지도.
Yay! This heart-to-heart is making me happy. He's stuttering like Sinclair on a bad day. While his disposition was as brusque as always, I could clearly see that he couldn't stop himself from smiling from a mere mention of her name. And that gave me more than enough answers. Yay! Every sinner had a reason for joining Limbus, so... Maybe Heathcliff joined Limbus' company for this Kathy person. It makes me wonder what kind of a person she might be, though. Someone that special, that precious to Heathcliff.
왜 그렇게 아련한 말투냐? 징그럽게.
Now, I do this not out of my obligations as a manager, but I'm starting to think that I want to help you out, so that you could be the best man you can be for her. We all do! Heath deserves happiness! Ka-thunk. I heard a door open in that very moment. It wasn't the reception hall door. That one was made of wood, and wouldn't make the sound that I just heard. This sound came from over there, away from us, from a dark corner of the room. Then, we heard sounds of metal scraping against wood. It was accompanied by a howling blizzard. So, these were sleigh marks, huh? We're gonna get you laid! The huge sleigh made its way across the wooden floor, on the marks that were already on the floorboards. It was flanked by several gnomes. The sleigh was red, and the sacks on it were either black or red. Or that white one over there. But they were all... littered with flesh and blood. Oh! Look at the little babies! Look at them! Look at the little shits!
조금만 참으라옴. 그래도 선물 받을 친구들을 생각하면 뿌듯해서 고생은 금방이지 않겠소? 맞음.
Fucking point them! The gaggle of gnomes, who were walking in our direction as they chattered and gossiped, froze in place upon noticing us.
왜 농땡이를 피고 있는 것이오?
거기서 수다 떨지 말고 좀 터오라옴.
Ew, Leafy, ew!
몇 마리는 살려서 데려올까옴?
I think I saw some sacks on the sleigh move. No, they were thrashing, like something was trying to escape. Is that...
야, 모기 잡으라.
왜 그렇게
Grab your magical girl stick.
저들은 그저 열심히 일을...
거기 누가 있는 거죠? 살려주세요. 여기서 꺼내줘요.
Hi?
기쁘고 신나는 날이요. 이놈은
This one's fresh!
이럴 수가...
그런데 저것들 인간인가 보.
Squeak!
도도로 실전이
They're just little toys!
어디서 저렇게 멀쩡하게 인간을 데려온 거지요?
자네들... 설마...
A human trafficking zone. I could hear a familiar voice coming from the other door in the room as Dawn stood there, flabbergasted.
도도루가 실수를 저질러 버렸음. 저것들을 다른 창고로 보내야 했는데 말이움. 너무 신경 쓰지 마시라움. 놈들끼리 하는 재밌는 놀이일 뿐이움. 아무 의미 없음.
What kind of game? That's your excuse?
도도루공.
Whoa, her voice got deeper.
도도루 듣고 있음.
저 주머니에 들어있는 게 무엇인가?
Whoa, she's locking in.
그나저나 돈키호테 나으리 요청하셨던 멋진 옷들을 제가 준비해 놓았단 말이오.
Stab him, Dawn! Stab him, Dawn!
그 재료라는 게 뭐란 말인가?
도도로 거짓말하기 지쳤음. 인간이잖아, 인간. 니놈들 같은 인간. 너희들 다른 창고로 들이라고 내가 나갈 때 말했음.
We're gonna have to kill the witnesses.
선물을 기다리는 많은 이웃에게 실망만 배송하고 싶은 것인가?
미안하오.
Uh-oh.
공장장님께 기대하시라고 그렇게나 말했는데요.
We're so cooked. What was I thinking? This was absolutely not worth it.
네가 하는 생각 나도 똑같이 하고 있으니까 그딴 한숨 쉴 거면 어떻게 싸워야 할지 고민이나 한 번 더 하라고. 알았냐?
Yeah, sitting here and feeling sorry for myself won't do anything. It never did. Got it.
모두 도구 꺼내라움. 이것이 바로 산지직송 아니겠음?
Oh dear.
그래, 시원하게 덤벼라 이 땅꼬마 괴물들아.
Yeah, let's go! Let's go, shitbags!
결국은 나약한 자들이나 듣고
Oh god.
정보팀은 조금 더 가치 있는 걸 추구하는.
There's gonna be no point in dodging anymore with full stop. Oh god, wait! I just realized, if Heath runs out of bullets... Oh god. Hopefully it won't be this way the whole chapter, right? I'm gonna be so honest, I think Dawn is just gonna solo this entire chapter. Wait, is there any more? Wave 1 of... Okay, so maybe bringing Heath was a terrible idea. Yeah, this is gonna be a mix of, Heath dodging and Dawn hard carrying. Okay, this isn't the final wave yet, though. Oh my god! This really is just gonna be Dawn hard carrying. Dawn, it's not even your chapter yet. Calm down. Oh god. Oh god, here we go. It's just dodging. He's still not staggered. Oh my god. This is actual chaos. Never mind, he's dead. We did not need full stop. That was so stupid.
이놈들 진짜 죽일 듯이 달려들었다고.
본인의 불찰이요.
No, it lies with Ishmael. The light of confidence had completely faded from Dawn's face. So did her enthusiastic voice. The middle never forgets. I should have thought this plan through. Hi, Ricardo. Welcome. God, your boss fight was a bitch. If we were to find someone to blame, the biggest fault would lie with me, the manager. Maybe I should have turned around the moment I sensed that something was off. With that, Dawn marched toward the now abandoned sleigh. Also, I need to update that Nightbot alert. I have gotten past Canto 5. Several mutilated bodies tumbled to the ground as soon as Dawn undid the knot tying the sack. The fault lies with me! There were a total of 7 or so people in the sack, but they were all missing a few limbs. They were barely breathing, and some of them have already perished. I'd never seen this style of clothing before. Looks like we're pretty far from where we were. Bro, are they wearing, like, earth drip? I've seen similarly worn and torn clothing in the back streets, but the clothing they wore was of materials and styles I'd not seen before. The back door must have sent us pretty far. Faust did tell me that each district within the city had different cultures and such, so...
알 바냐? 저것들도 조만간 숨이 끊길 거야. 시계를 돌려줄 수 있는 것도 아니고. 빨리 돌아가기나 하자.
But what about your drip?
여기 이 사람은 멀쩡한 것 같네. 이보게, 정신 차리게. 그대가 아까 도움을 요청하던 자인가?
It's an actual small child!
당신들은 누구세요?
Honey, you're probably gonna have the same fate as Enoch. I'm not gonna lie. 86! Bro! Oh, what? Oh, we can't have them now. Okay.
옷차림이 특이하신 분들이네요. 마을에서 오신 분들은 아닌 건가?
The child was dressed in torn and faded clothing. From the way she looked at us, I could tell she would found us rather fascinating. She soon woke up from her momentary shock. Ditch rodeo for Honglu? Okay, yeah.
아무튼 구해주셔서 감사합니다. 저는 크레용이라고 해요.
Crayon? Your parents fucking hated you. The kid pointed at me and backed away in terror. Understandably so.
뭔 뚱딴지 같은 소리야. 저건 시계 대가리라고.
Yeah, that's my name. My name's Dante. Dante the Demon Killer! It's got a nice ring to it, huh?
대가리? 이빨 태엽은 시계같이 생겼다고 들었는데. 하긴 이빨 태엽은 여기보다 저 밑에 있다고 했으니까. 그렇다면 처음 보는 괴물이네요. 괴물 아닐세. 저분은 우리의 자랑스러운 관리자 날이시니까.
Thanks for the intro, I guess.
하지만 제 끄거리는 소리밖에 안 들리는데. 그건 사정이 있으셔서. 아무튼 몸은 괜찮은 겐가? 아, 네. 같이 끌려오신 분들은 아닌 것 같지만.
The child looks at the mutilated corpses with a despondent look on her face. Dawn casts a sympathetic gaze.
이들은 모두 같은 마을의 이웃이었다는 것인 건가? 네. 하지만 곧 저희 마을에서 사냥꾼을 보내주실 거예요. 그분들이 오신다면 어떻게든 여기서.
Nah, you guys are just cooked. Hunters? I wasn't sure what exactly she was talking about, so I was about to ask her what she meant. But this reception hall, storage room, suddenly began to fill with gas of unknown origin. God damn it!
이건 또 뭐야?
An odd plume of gas, its hue red and green, begins to fill the room. Merry Christmas! The three of them, including Crayon, passed out and slumped to the floor. Yeah, something like this has happened before. We walked right into a room full of toxic gas, which killed everyone. Looks like this gas only knocked them out, though. That's a relief, at least. Guess I should consider myself lucky that my clock head isn't affected by these things. I gotta hide. As soon as I hid myself in the corner, a crowd of gnomes rushed through the same door Dodoru came in from. Squeaky, 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 squeaky! Gas masks. So they used sleeping gas on us.
이건 도도로 실장이었던 것이지 않아? 여기저기 상태 좋은 걸 가져왔다고 자랑을 하고 다니더만 결국 이 꼬라지인 것이오? 한 놈, 두 놈, 세 놈, 수는 맞는 것 같음.
잠가루로 재웠으니 품질은 큰 문제 없을 거다.
자자, 얼른
Do they
옮기시오.
end all their sentences with Ohm? They committed war crime, Ohms! They picked up Dawn, Heathcliff, and Crayon one by one, and loaded them onto the sleigh. With that, they left, closing the door behind them. And they said nothing about me, cause fuck this guy. And through it all, I couldn't do anything but watch. Right. Looks like this is my time to shine. I'll rescue the three of them. No way. Should have listened when Ishmael offered to teach me self-defense. Oh, what do I do? This harsh truth dawns on me every time we face total annihilation. The truth that, on my own, I'm completely useless. If they were with us, I could at least bring them back, but none of the sinners are here with me. What good am I without them? It's a miracle I managed to survive this far. Hey, we're in District 22.
신기하긴 뭐가 신기해요. 정신 차려요.
Oh, hi! Great. Now I'm hearing things.
환청이 아니에요, 관리자님.
Hey, what's
저희가
up?
왔다고요.
They'll become a fighter in Paradiso.
오랜만에 심심하진 않았지만.
I bolted up and looked toward the voice. There, I saw another door. And from it, the rest of the sinners appeared one by one. And then there's Merceau in the back. Guys.
아이고, 덜 신선한 재료는 또 놓고 왔어. 네, 어?
이 소동에 대한 질문은 나중으로 미루죠, 단테. 우선 전투 명령을.
I bet, let's go! Faust kicks Dante in the nuts for this. Here's the thing. Dante could have nuts or a coochie. We don't know. Maybe nothing. Maybe they're just a Barbie doll, a Barbie or Ken doll. Bro, seriously though, in the August, September, October, November, December. In the 5 months I've played this game, Yisong has just been goated. He has been hard carrying me through this entire freaking game. Bro, Cantos 4 and 5 have already made me cry. I have no doubt Canto 6 is gonna do the same. And 7, and 8, and 9 when it comes out. Thanks, everyone. How'd you find me?
뒷문으로 들어왔소.
버스 내부에서 관리자를 포함한 3명의 신호가 감지되지 않더군요.
그 즉시 수감자 전원을 대동한 수색이 진행되었소.
쉬라고 보낸 지 몇 분이나 됐다고. 이러면 곤란해, 단테.
Great.
아무리 관리자님이라고 해도 이런 단독 행동은 큰 위험을 초래합니다. 주의해 주십시오.
Damn. I'm sorry, so how did you guys find us? Damn, you know you fucked up when even Otis isn't glazing you.
히스클리프 군은 시종일관 불안한 상태였지.
Of course you were observing him. You're his boyfriend.
T사에 도착하기 전에 준비해야 할 것이 있는 것 같았어.
Well, his rebound, I guess.
돈키호테 양은 이전 버스 경보가 있던 날 조금 늦게 뒷문으로 돌아왔어. 그리고 다음 날 나와 파우스트 양에게 도시에서 흔히 쓰이는 기호에 대한 설명이 묶인 책을 요구했어.
Bro, she was not... Oh, she was not slick.
파우스트가 몇 권 대여해 주었습니다.
돈키호테 양은 내내 내 옆에서 그 책을 읽으며 흥분된 표정으로 책을 뒤적거렸어. 나의 컨디션이 좋지 않아 말을 걸지는 못했어.
Ishmael and Yisung are his rebounds.
코스프레, 복장, 주머니 등의 단어를 계속 중얼거렸지. 이상의 일들을 종합하면 돈키호테 양은 버스의 경보에서 뭔가 자신을 혹하게 하는 기호를 찾았고
Honglu only went full stop.
파우스트가 알고 있었기 때문에 결과적으로 이 공간에 도착할 수 있었습니다.
문까지 가는 동안 복도에 있던 존재들과 전투를 치렀다.
그나마 조무래기들이니까 다행이었지. 그런
I know, these
상황에서
things are like weak little
수감자가
bitches.
상황이라고 한다면 영구적인 인원 손실을 발생시킬 수도 있습니다.
Man, Dante sucks at their job.
이해하셨나요? 관리자님이 없는 상황에서 일어나는 전투는 저희에게 지극히 위험합니다.
복도 어딘가에서 시체가 되어 영영 되살아나지 못할 수도 있었다.
관리자님의 단독 행동이 얼마나 큰 위험인지, 그리고 책임이 얼마나 중한지 숙지해 주시면 좋겠군요. 관리자님은 반드시 살아남아야만 합니다.
Otis, we know you're gonna fucking betray me. I've never seen Otis look at me like that. Her gaze was cold and ruthless. Wow, she's finally not glazing me for once.
애초에 그 기회의 나열은 그런 식으로 때려 맞추듯 해석할 수 있는 것 또한 아니었고요.
I'm really sorry. I don't know what else to say. Pull out the ukulele.
이 정도로 해두죠. 그보다
그렇네요. 돈 키호테 히스클리프. 그 두 명은 어디로 간 거죠?
Wow, you actually care about Heath? Oh, that's... I told them exactly how the events transpired.
잘도 살아있었네.
Don hard carried.
나까지 덧붙이기엔 충분히 들었을 거라 생각하고 덧붙이지 않겠어. 애초에 여긴 어디야?
어이, 여기는 도시의 어느 구역이지? 이 주위를
Hey, Rhodia, do you know?
북부로라도 온 건가? 아니면
이곳은 도시가 아닙니다.
아니, 그게 무슨 말이야?
This is the Polar Express!
저기 널브러져 있는 노움이라는 지성체들은 외곽에 사는 생명체. 흔히 외곽의 괴물이라고 불리는 존재입니다.
Wait, what?
호수에서 그렇게 질리도록 싸워놓고 또 괴물이야?
Get used to it, Rhodia. We're in the city! They weren't exactly like the whales, though. We could communicate with the gnomes. They were just like people. Except smaller.
외곽의 다른 지역과 존재들이라니. 상황만 여유로웠다면 마음 놓고 탐구했겠네요. 그런데 이곳은 전반적으로 노움의 키에 맞춰서 설계된 구조물인 듯하군요.
여기가 외곽이라면
Aw, they're all for little babies. Wait, how did we sit on the chairs then?
저희가 들어온 문이 닫히지만 않는다면요.
Are we gonna grab like a door stopper or something?
것 같다.
만약에 다치면요?
뜻밖의 여정이 시작되겠죠. 외곽에서 도시까지 직접 돌아가야 할 테니 기나긴 여정이 되겠죠.
Dude, it's a whole nother Canto. Isn't that a bit dangerous?
여기서 무슨 소리가 자꾸 나옴? 어래?
Why does that one sound like SpongeBob?
제가 도구 챙겨서 튀어라오.
단테, 이쪽 뒤로 오시게.
The door slammed open, and gnomes began flooding into the room. We prepared ourselves for battle. Weren't we on, the 5th node, right? Actually, wait, does Ishra count as a Heisho? Okay, she's part of H Corp, but she's not a Heisho. I think that's a distinct, tag, right? Yeah, okay, it is. Once we get into the new season, Uptype 4 is gonna be more prevalent? Probably. Because I need to show you guys the tier list I have. Well, not a tier list, but like I'll shop it, the list of all the IDs I have and that which ones I want for season 7 or before season 7 starts. Which definitely includes Lord Hong Lu. But if I can, I also do want to get Heisho Rhodia. Maybe Heisho Dawn, I'm not sure. Yippee! Prince? Maybe. I would like to get Prince too.
사람이랑 닮은 부분도 있긴 하지만 역시 사람은 아니네요. 노움이라는 건. 희한한 말투를 쓰는 것 빼곤 이 정도로 말이 통하는 괴물. 아니, 괴물이라고 말하는 게 맞을까요?
Yeah, they're just little creatures.
정의하기 나름입니다. 누군가는 괴물이라고 말할 테고, 누군가는 다른 종족이라고 하겠죠.
They're just creatures. I appreciate your analyses, but we should probably get moving. We still don't know where Heathcliff and Dawn are.
역시 오늘도 맞는 말씀만을 하시는군요.
And we went right back to the glazing.
외곽은 평소 우리의 작전을 진행하는 곳보다
Bro, I might as well be a friggin' donut with how much glazing I get from
신변을
her.
보호하기 위해서는 좀 더 체계적인 계획을.
뭐, 제일 쉬운 방법은 그 둘을 버리고 가는 거긴 하지만 그게 최선은 아니니까요.
Ishmael kicked open the door the gnomes rushed in from. God damn!
가요. 관리자님도 지키고 그 둘도 구하면 되잖아요.
Damn! Ishmael really showing off for character development there.
나와서 보니까 뭔가 여긴
공장 가꾸려 선물을 만드는 것인가?
Yippee!
아, 이런 식으로 선물 자체를 만들어내는 공장도 있었나 보군요.
크리스마스 장식도
Welcome to the North Pole, I guess.
한가득이네요. 아직 크리스마스 때까지는 시간이 좀 남았는데.
Yeah, there's only 3 days as of this recording. Sinclair looked to the ground with a somber expression. I didn't need to ask to know how he was feeling.
괴물끼리 크리스마스 선물이라도 나누는 걸까요?
Oh, that'd be so cute!
친절해 보이지는 않았는데 말이지.
도시 어딘가의 날개에서 외곽에 있는 공장에 하청을 맡겼을 가능성도 있다.
I wanted to say no chance, but the city and the wings that we've experienced so far were... Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, there was a non-zero chance of that being the case. Heat and poise. Alright, wow, fight chat. Alright, fight time already. Man, this one does feel a little faster than the last Canto, SCA. Also, I imagine whoever the final boss of this is not going to be that big of a pain. Because I have never fought the final boss here in the Mirror Dungeon. Like, I think that's going to make this really different, because, I fought the King Trash Crab and Papa Bongi way before I finished their intervalos, so... But this boss, I don't even know what the frick it's called. So I have no idea what to expect. Mary Carey is defrosted! We will celebrate Christmas whether we want to! I don't want a lot for Christmas! There is just one thing I need. I don't care about... After spending some time battling gnomes and trashing the gift factory, we soon realized that the gifts the conveyor belts were moving weren't your average gifts. They were humans!
발인가? 발이 그려져 있는 표지판은 왜 저기에 붙어 있는 거야?
Oh, it's for the foot freaks out there.
눈알이 그려져 있어.
And those are for the eye freaks.
이 선물들의 성분은 통상적인 그 물체를 구성하는 재료들이 아닌 것으로 추측됩니다. 형태는 곰인형, 크레파스, 장난감 기차 따위지만 단백질과 인의 함유율이 유독 높습니다.
Ew, how do you know this?
꼬마 전구나 장식 소품들은 그렇지 않은 걸 보아 이건 도시의 쓰레기들을 주워 걸어둔 것 같네요.
뻔하지.
Oh, his little...
사람으로 만든 선물.
The final boss is Mariah Carey. Oh god. She's fully defrosted. She is an abnormality, Aleph. She is an Aleph tier Abno. We need to put her back. We need to suppress her.
모르지. 부자 놈들은 은근히 이런 변태 같은 취향을 가진 놈들이 있기 마련이거든.
그런데 말이죠. 사람으로 선물을 만드는 거라면 히스클리프 씨와 돈키호테 씨도 선물이 되는 건가요?
Well, what do you think? I do recall them saying something about locally produced materials. We need the silent orchestra. Yo, can someone mod Mariah Carey to replace the orchestra? So when they breach, you just hear All I Want for Christmas. After a long silence, Rousseau spoke up. He pointed in our direction.
저곳에 선물 제작소라는 간판이 붙어 있다.
Damn, I just realized he's kind of big. Like, you can hear the clunkiness of his gauntlets. Go, go, go! Oh god, Hongu is out of bullets. Okay. I mean, he can still attack at least. Oh god, I hear the squeaky toys in the background. Oh, wait! I can use these two! Yes! Yes, okay, fuck off, Faust, we don't need you anymore. I think I'm hearing some odd noises from in there.
비소인가. 꽤 고역의 의미군. 즐거운 일이 벌어지고 있다는 뜻이다.
비명 소리가 들리는데 웃을 일이냐고요?
It's Ryoshu. You should get used to it. You should get used to our very sadistic mom.
잠깐. 아직 전투구역의 위험 정도가 파악되지 않았다.
Girl, who cares? Dawn and Heath are back.
그대 히스클리프 군이 있었다면 이런 소리를 할 것 같소.
뭐지?
Damn, Yisung is really paying attention to Heath, huh? How bloody frustrating. Quit whinging, pick up your tools and get cracking! That was not a good British accent, I'm sorry.
제법 웃기네요.
Ishmael soon blasted the door open with a powerful kick. Good god! Meanwhile... Ayo? We are quite screwed. We're cooked. Wait, was that in English? Wait. I heard like press, but I don't know if that counts. Dawn in the hydraulics? All of this for some drip. All this for a little bit of that drip. Please God, not the clocks. 24. Hey, you're gonna become a Crayola box. Yippee!
근데 조금 귀가 아픈 것 같음. 귀에서 피 나는지 봐줄 수 있음?
저렇게 악을 쓰는 인간들로 만들어진 선물이어야 받는 놈들이 좋아 죽지 않겠어?
자, 그럼 손질을 시작해볼까옴?
Hey, what's up, bitches?
히스클리프 씨, 돈키호테 씨. 다행이다. 아직 선물이 되지 않으셨네요.
꽤 코지한 분위기군.
어떡해?
The power of friendship. We're here for you, Heathcliff. And Dawn. I don't know why we're not bringing her up. We've had enough of her shit, that's why. It looks like we got here in the nick of time. Heathcliff was about to be shoved into the gift-making hydraulic machine press.
자, 내 밧줄을 끊었어. 이리 내려오시게.
내가 말이지.
Heath song moment! Heath song moment!
이 머저리들.
You had one job!
포로나된 꼴이라니.
You know what? Fuck you, Otis.
자, 빨리 정신 차려요. 관리자님, 이제 어떻게 하실 거죠?
Is that crayon? Well, we've gotta trash this place. Come on, get ready to wear your identities. Why? What's up with crayon? Did you eat some as a kid or something, or like? No, Hermie. How do I know you're not gonna eat these? Last time I give someone crayons, this happens. Stop it! Do not eat crayons or children, Hermie. Oh my god, I just did it. Fuck me! I did it by accident! I accidentally did the meme by accident.
Not now, cockhead! I see an unattended gnome ahead!
You know what? It's for the bit. It's fine. I think this is the one time Kagana is not gonna yell at me for using the button prematurely. Actually, no, wait. Just so we can get some gloom res. It doesn't really matter. I think this is the end of the fight anyway. No, we didn't! We didn't even need title elegy. After we defeated the horde of gnomes, Dawn and Heathcliff fell to their knees before everyone. They're about to go to Giza. I also knocked down, feeling like I should be down there with them. But Otis tightly pulled me to the side. Not you, manager! I feel bad for those two.
내 놈들. 도대체 어떻게 해야 그딴 정신머리가 생겨날 수 있는 거지?
I mean, Dawn held pretty well in that one fight, so I don't think she's that bad.
시끄럽다. 관리자님의 이름을 그런 식으로 부르지 마라. 버릇없는 것.
My mother used to scold me like this in my youth. What? Otis did not seem to slow down at all with her stern scoldings. And the pair fell completely silent, their heads hung low. I decided to wander away from the scene. This guilty conscience was too much for me to bear. Is Crayon doing okay?
네. 과도한 정신적 충격으로 잠시 기절했을 뿐이었습니다.
Oh, she just fainted. Okay.
어쩌다 이런 곳에 끌려온 것이요.
사람인 거죠? 여기는 정말 외곽인 거고.
Crayon initially appeared somewhat taken back from the deluge of questions, but she soon began to open up.
역시 여러분은 도시의 사람들이시군요. 저는 외곽 북쪽에 있는 마을
Cloud Town.
구름 마을 사람이에요.
Damn, he got his own town?
왜 거기는 저런 노움 같은 괴물들이 많은 건가? 사람 말도 막 하고?
네, 노움만 있는 건 아니고 여러 괴물이 있어요. 제가 본 것도 있지만.
I mean, there were the trash crabs. So I don't think monsters are that weird.
저희 마을은 그런 괴물들을 피해 만들어진 것 중 하나예요. 오늘도 평소 같다면
모두와 같이 마을에서 식사를 준비하고 있을 시간이었는데
갑자기 저들이 들이닥친 거군.
맞아요. 하필 사냥꾼들이 나가 있어서. 원래 괴물들이 올 시기가 아닌데 그래서 안전하다고 생각한 건데 갑자기 썰매를 타고 들이닥쳐서는 싸워보려 했지만 대부분 상대가 되지 않으셨고
Some of you tried to fight.
돌아가셨어요. 그렇게 생긴 시체는 그 썰매의 주머니에 모조리 넣었던 거고요. 너무 무서워서 기절하고 말았는데 죽은 줄 알았는지 같이 주머니에 넣어지게 되었죠.
아, 이런.
Are you gonna be put with like
말하기 힘든 얘기까지
12
들어버렸네.
other kids or something?
미안하고.
아니에요. 저도 질문해도 되나요?
무엇이든.
Okay.
도시에는 48가지 크레용 색깔이 있다는 게 정말인가요? 그 중에 금색이랑 은색도 있다는 것도?
What, you want me one of them?
아마도.
그리고 도시에는 사람들만 살고 있는 거죠? 이런 저희를 죽이려 드는 괴물 없이요.
그거 참 복잡한 질문이네.
The humans are the monsters.
올라가서 가끔 바라봤거든요. 도시는 엄청 예쁜 불빛이 가득하구나 하고요. 제가 가진 색만으로는 칠할 수도 없이 엄청 반짝반짝하게요. 부러웠어요. 다들 괴물에게 언제 당할지 걱정 없이 이웃들과 행복하게 살 수 있으니까.
정말 도시에 와본 적이 없구나.
네?
It translates in clear.
거기서 거기. 여기나 저기나 죽음은 늘 가깝지.
와, 멋있어. 한 번 더 해주세요.
Oh no. Crayon. That was cool.
그리고 다른 사람은 근처에서 못 보셨나요?
여기서 사람을 본 적은 없는 것 같은데요.
그럴 리가. 분명 구하러 와주셨을 텐데.
What, the Indigo Elder again?
저희 구름 마을에 제일 가는 사냥꾼.
No, probably not, right?
계셨다면 이번 습격도.
Is he a fixer?
그 말로 유추해보자면 호수의 고래잡이들처럼 외곽에도 괴물을 전문적으로 잡는 사냥꾼이 있나보.
So they're fixers.
그런데 잠깐만. 사람들을 잡았다가 이런 선물을 만든다고 했잖아. 이 선물은 누구를 주려고
Probably
만든
them, if we're being honest.
그야
Hi.
가엾고 착하며 울지 않는 우리의 이웃들이지요.
Oh, fixers only operate. Okay.
관리자님, 뒤쪽으로.
Oh boy. I don't know when it happened, but a large shadow was looming over us.
깜짝이야. 저건 또 뭐야?
Good God.
이웃에게 선물을 나누어
Santata?
산타타입니다.
Hold on. Do we got the Santatas? The guffawing giant, garbed in red, carried a massive gift sack on his shoulder. It was definitely not a human.
그래, 저놈이야. 저놈이 여기 대가리를 했어.
Alright, we gonna beat the shit out of him?
저 옷이네! 저 붉은 옷이 우리가 찾아야 되나?
The pair immediately jumped up from their knees and began shouting in unison.
저게
Oh God.
이라는 해결사의 옷이라고? 야, 그러면
Oh, he's already dead. He's cooked.
사슴맨 맞아. 닥쳐라. 또 쓰잘데기 없는 소리를.
Shut the fuck up, you idiots! After silencing the pair with a short, stern command, Otis approached me and spoke in a low voice.
관리자님, 우선 지성체로 보여 대화를 해보긴 하겠지만 수가 틀어지면
Alright, good luck, hag.
돌입할 수 있게 준비하는 것이 좋을 것 같습니다.
Yeah, that's a good idea, I guess.
이웃이라면 누구를 말하는 거죠? 도시에 있는 날개나 고객들?
Damn, he does not have the Santatas.
네가 들어갈 수나 있나?
저 덩어리도 노움인 거야?
Those are not Santatas.
노움들이 말하는 걸 들었네만 이곳의 대장은 노움이 아니라 수염 거인이라 부른다고 했어.
거인은 또 뭐야? 진짜 별게 다 있구만.
단테, 저건 환상체는 아닌 거야?
No, but we're probably gonna have to fuck it up. That's not an abnormality or distortion. I'd say it's closer to the whales.
당신들 선물을 받고 싶은 건가?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like Santata myself, to be honest. I feel like I'm getting a little chubby.
외곽에 사는 우리 이웃들은 손꼽아 기다린답니다. 인간으로 만들어진 선물을 받고 기쁨과 위안을 느낄 수 있는
You think if you stuck a needle in
유일한
that 10 gallons would— what the fuck?
인간으로 장난감을 만들어서 인간의
10 gallons of what?
자들에게 선물하는 것인가?
Milk?
순수한 선의만으로.
인간들에게 그런 내려지고 쫓겨난 모든 것들이 몸을 맞대어 부둥켜 사는 이곳에서 무한한 징후를 담아 언제나 정성스럽게 포장하고 있답니다.
협상 결렬이란 말을 길게도 하는군.
Yeah, sit on Santa's lap.
기쁨이 될 수 있는 선물이 되는 편이 어떠십니까?
Oh, this song is different. Okay. Okay, that's a problem. Wait, do these things give poise? Or do they gain poise, I mean? What is this music? For some fucking reason, these bastards are poise units. Yo, what the fuck? Why? I mean, it's... Oh, you mean the music. Like, it's not too bad. It's tolerable, at least, but, like... I mean, it's tolerable for me. Because I love me some bad content. Yeah, it really does not matter. Alright, now we have to fight Santata. Okay, not bad. We can probably handle this. Actually, no, never mind. Everyone is just going for Gregor. Okay, wait, I think he's staggered. Never mind. Wait, is he? Did something break? No, nothing broke yet. Yeah, this guy isn't too bad, actually. Okay, I think we're done. I think we're done. We're done, we're done! Let's go! Get fucked! Santata's gut suddenly began to expand. Hello? Who are you? Suddenly, a large figure leaped out of the dark and slammed what looked like a stake into Santata's gut. Oh god.
정신이 쓰레기가 붙는 듯한 향이구려.
I mean, you just cut open a man's stomach! Some sinners dropped to the floor while the others gagged profusely. Clearly, this was a rather painful experience for all. It's not toxic, but it stinks! Shit fucking reeks, bro.
처리 방법? 북쪽의 거인은 죽기 직전 몸에 가스를 가득 채워넣어
What?
산성 폭발을 일으키어.
The man who staked Santata's gut explained as he approached us.
이 가스가 산성 체계로 변하기 전에
배에 구멍을 뚫어 가스를 빼내야 하는 거지. 연쇄 반응이라도 일으키면 뒤처리가 곤란해지거든.
Yeah, I imagine that could melt through Dante's head, right? But hey, I think that's all the fighting done. Yippee!
이건 냄새 더럽게 안 빠지네. 저건 또 누구야?
Domino? Really? Crayon, who'd been holding her breath with her fingers over her nostrils, ran up to the large man and hugged him. What, is this your child or something? After stumbling for a moment, due to the stench most likely, Otis briefly gasped for air before approaching Domino.
신원을 밝혀라. 구름 마을의 괴물 사냥꾼 도미노요. 이제 구름 마을에는 나와 크레용만 남았으니 더 이상 마을이라 부를 수도 없겠군.
Oh.
안심하시오. 자네들을 해칠 생각은 추호도 없으니.
You better not. We have a gun.
아까 꼬마가 말했던 그 사냥꾼인가?
Otis relaxed upon Domino's confirmation. She leaned on the wall and looked to the floor in relief.
원래 이 시기에는 이놈들이 우리 마을로 오지 않고 북쪽의 다른 마을로 갔을 터. 그래서 돕기 위해 떠난 것이었다만 이번엔 방식을 바꿨던 모양이군. 돌아와 보니 이미 마을은 습격당했지. 젠장해.
Alright, hang on. I'm gonna turn off my mic for a minute.
준비 기간을 항상 맞추던 놈들이라 다른 괴물보다 피하기 쉬웠는데.
이런 일이 빈번한 것인가?
도시는 몰라도 외곽은 늘 이 모양이요. 지옥같이 괴물 천지인 이곳에서 사람이 살아간다는 것 자체가 기적일 테고.
이런 선물 같지도 않은 것들을 만드는 곳도 많은 건가요?
이곳과 비슷한 걸 본 적은 없지만 하나는 확실히 말할 수 있지. 외곽에서의 다른 일들에 비하면 그저 귀여운 수준에 지나지 않는다고.
Oh yeah.
도시였다면 이런 지옥보다는 나은 삶을 살 수 있지 않았을까? 제법 생각하곤 하지.
Probably not. It's probably equally bad everywhere. It was no easy contemplation to answer. The outskirts must be a hellish place to live, if what he's told me is anything to go by, but... The city they admire so much isn't such a warm place itself. From what I've seen in my journey so far, at least.
그러다면 함께 도시로 가는 것은 어떤가? 우리는 어차피...
Dawn stopped herself, realizing that every other sinner was giving her a look of disapproval. We're gonna see this guy again, aren't we?
간단한 말 한마디로 이 아이라도 도시로 데려갈 수만 있다면 참 좋겠는데 말이지.
We'll adopt them. We'll adopt Crayon.
이 아이에게 작은 귀퉁이 하나도 내주지.
Crayon will become our fourth sinner.
도시의 벽을
Our 14th one, I mean.
여러분들이 꿈꾸는 삶을 누리기까지 필요한 준비 서류와 절차만 해도 수십 가지일 것입니다.
서류라. 우리가 지금 와서 갖출 수 있는 서류가 어디 있기나 하겠나. 다른 마을의 청년들처럼 도시에서 일자리를 얻기 위해 공부를 해온 것도 아니고.
아저씨...
There was an uncomfortable silence. Domino cleared his throat and continued.
그래도 감사를 표하지. 덕분에 이 아이 하나라도 구할 수 있었어.
You're welcome.
제일 좋은 감사 방법이 있긴 한데 반짝거리고 짤랑 소리가 나는.
She's struggling. Rodian's eyes were twinkling. The lingering stench made it difficult for her to speak, but she was determined to make her point. Give us money, bitch!
반짝거리고 짤랑. 집에 모아놓은 골동품들을 구경시켜 줄 수는 있는데 외곽 열차길에서 수집해온 진귀한 것들이니 도시에서도 아마 흔히 볼 수 있는 건 아닐 거요.
외곽의 수집품이라면 확실히 돈보다 더 가치 있는 구경이 될 수도 있겠네요.
Faust, there's still a decent chance the door we entered through might just shut behind us, right? We need to go! Let's get out!
지금도 열려 있을지 불확실하죠. 제일 중요한 목표였던 두 수감자를 회수했으니 신속히 돌아가는 걸 권하고 싶네요.
So she says.
관리자님, 제가 감히 의견을 내자면 대호수가 아니더라도 외곽은 외곽. 단지 호기심풀이를 하기 위해 있기는 너무 위험한 곳입니다.
급히 돌아가야만 하는 모양이군. 자,
Is that the key or something?
가져가시오.
Domino tossed a carved wooden doll in my direction.
위험한 것은 아닌 모양입니다. 우선 퇴각이 급하니 자세한 것은 가서 확인해보죠.
Bro, it's not that deep, it's just a doll. Good idea. Some sinners had passed out and had to be carried by others. Most could not stop gagging at the stench. But we still made our way back to the door. Good God, what does that smell like? We made it back to the safety of Mephistopheles. Sometime later... Stinky! You're all stinky! Charon quickly made her escape to the decks. Y'all fucking stink! And Virgilius greeted us in the cabins with a terrifying gaze.
다들 아주 대단한 모험을 하고 온 모양이군.
Yeah, good morning.
피와 살.
Santa Ohm passing gas.
지독한 냄새까지 붙은
Plot twist, Santa Ohm is lactose intolerant. That's why he stinks so much. He ate too many cookies and milk. Okay, this is getting a little gross. Oh, this is...
관리자, 어차피 나는 네 목소리가 들리지도 않으니 끄덕거리든 목을 좌우로 젓든 내 말에 대답만 했으면 좋겠어. 물론 내가 원하는 방향이어야겠지만.
Or else what, huh? Huh?
묻고 싶은 건 단 한 가지다. 당신의 판단이었나?
Technically, yeah. I hesitated for a moment before nodding affirmatively. I might get reprimanded, or maybe he has worse things in mind for me, but... It was I who decided to go along with the plan. This would not have happened without my authorization.
좋아. 그렇다면
Oh!
끝입니다.
Oh, okay. No, thank you. Huh?
이 소라는 알아서 해결하고 휴식하도록 하시죠. 코가 썩어서 떨어질 것 같은.
Everyone take a fucking shower, please. Y'all smell like a Smash tournament. With that, Virgilius disappeared into the back door once again. Huh. That's unexpected. Thought my time had finally come. Aww.
면담이라는 건 맞지 않는 쪽이 항상 좋네.
And Dawn is still traumatized by her attack. Wait, what? I don't know when she had time to pick it up in all that chaos. But Dawn managed to haul a huge sack of gifts back to Mephi. Virgilius is making sure the sinners aren't ganging up on Gigante. That's cute of Bird. Oh. Oh, I guess though if I said no, it wasn't my responsibility, they all would have just gotten fucked, right? I don't think Dante would have been in trouble then, right? Also, why does Heath look like he's doing the Shinji chair meme?
그 난장판 속에서 또 뭘 집어온 거야? 그 못된 놈들이 전선으로 꾸며놓았던 장식들.
Virgil was okay with it because it was Dante's decision? Yeah, fair.
그 증명 대단하다, 대단해.
What's all that for?
몰라서 묻는
on.
벌써요?
Give me a sec. Let me find the text again.
3개월은 넘게 남았는데.
괜히 누군가의 상처를 들쑤셔서
Oh, that's right. Sinclair's thingy happened during
괜찮아요.
Christmas.
괜찮아지고 있어요.
Yay! Our therapy is working.
다들 성장하는 법이니까요.
Okay, is it just me or is this entire company just glorified therapy?
우리 모두 미리미리 파리를 즐겨보는 것이 어떤가?
그런 걸 하려고 거기까지 간 건 아니겠죠?
단테의 설명대로라면 이 소란의 핵심은 히스클리프 씨의 의복을 얻기 위한 것으로
Heathcliff
파악됩니다.
really just wanted that drip. That's the entirety of all of PM? Wait, what did I say? I forgot. Heathcliff has therapy. Heathcliff has been silently brooding in his seat with his face buried in his palms. Out of shame, most likely.
그것도 맞지만 찾으려 했던 복장이 그 괴물 거인에게 있었으니 사이즈도 안 맞을 것 같고.
됐어. 어차피 내가 생각했던 종류의 옷은 아니었다고.
히스.
Maybe you're going for a drip like mine?
가면 우리가 다 골라주고 해준다니까.
옷도 옷인데 그 뭐냐?
The what?
지나쳐온 헤어 쿠폰을 발행한
The hair coupons!
경로가 달라. 그건 사용할 수 있는 조건.
Oh, is that why he wanted them?
머리는 제가 만져드릴게요. 누나나 동생들 머리를
어?
해준 적이 많거든요.
We'll learn about them soon, right?
이게 얼마나 더 떠 있을 줄 알고. 그리고 난 애초에 뭐가 좋고 나쁜지도 모른단 말이야. 일단 시행착오를 겪고 수틀렸을 때 조금이라도 나은 방법을 찾아보려 했지.
애초에 대체 뭘 받은 건데 이렇게 불안해하는 거야?
Heathcliff wanted to use them. So that's why. After a deep, heavy sigh, Heathcliff produced a letter? From Kathy, maybe?
이거야?
Sudden adorable Heathcliff. When is he not adorable? Let's be honest here.
종이로 만드는 유통도 얼마 안 되는 종류였는데.
읽어봐도 되는 거야? 히스?
그래, 뭐 대단한 것이 있는 것도 아니고.
It's a little love letter from Kathy.
단테가 읽자. 대표니까.
Sure. Maybe fighting Hello Kitty Man was worth it all along. Maybe. Maybe that was a blessing in disguise, we don't know. Rhodia handed me the letter. It was written in a beautiful series of cursive handwriting, drawn to an almost calligraphic perfection. Or calligraphic. My bad. I began reading. From Wuthering Heights. We cordially extend you, honored guests, an invitation to the beep! What's this here? Somebody colored over this part of the letter. Well, I'll keep reading. Venue, Wuthering Heights, T-Corp Nest. Should you accept our invitation, please convene at the designated location by 4 in the afternoon on the 24th with this letter on your person. Please honor this occasion with your presence. With great respect, Nellie. Who? Oh, and down here's a postscript. It's written in a different handwriting from the rest of the letter. P.S. You have to be here, Heath. I'll be waiting. Kathy. We had no way to tell what kind of occasion it was on account of it being colored over, but... Clearly, the rest of the letter's contents had stoked the fire of passion in Heathcliff's heart once again.
그러니까
캐시라는 사람한테 잘 보여야 하니까 꽃단장을 해야 한다 그거지?
Aw, everyone's teasing him. Stop! Be nice!
조용. 기다리기 힘들어하는 이유는 확실히 알아들었어. 히스?
뭐야? 왜 그딴 눈가를 하고 다가오는 거야?
Oh no, Rhodia is so ready.
공로 선생, 헤어스타일링은 맡길게요.
선생이라고 불릴 정도는 아니지만요.
Oh no!
야 잠깐! 어디로 끌고 가는 거야? 아이, 뭔 심이...
She who grips.
로자 씨 손님이 꽤 세시더라고요. 빠져나오긴 힘들걸요.
She's the true gripper. The two sinners, practically hauling Heathcliff by his arms, disappeared into the back door. Now, Heathcliff's fate was sealed. To be a mannequin to a now motivated and unbearably bored Rhodia's various experimentations.
이 장식을 여기에 걸어놓으면
Dawn began humming a song, a carol perhaps, as she placed the various trinkets around the bus. Isn't that the same one Charon hummed? I decided to go out to the deck for some air. I leaned on the railing and dug through my pockets. Dawn, why? The wooden doll Domino gave me just as we hurriedly left. I held it and felt its texture under my fingers. My eyes looked into the distance, toward where the outskirts lie. I thought for a moment about the gnomes, the giant, and the things Domino told me. I suppose there are people with stories in the outskirts too. Stories, different from those of the city. Faust approached from behind and stood next to me. I wasn't sure how much of what I said she heard.
별을 하나씩 따라가다 보면 언젠가 알게 될 겁니다, 단테. 그러니 우선은 지금 눈앞에 있는 별을 쫓으면 되겠죠.
Yeah. I have to focus on the stories of the city for now. And then we'll focus on the outskirts later on. I don't even know who I really am after all. Hello? Joyous laughter and frustrated howls echoed out of the cabins. They must have finished dressing up Heathcliff. Oh no! Why don't we go take a look at how Heathcliff is doing, Faust?
거절하기 어려운 제안이네요.
The added color to the bus's interior warmed my heart a little. And I think that's the end of the chapter. Follow the stars, Dante. You must become pop idol, Dante. One of these days, I will have a pop idol outfit ready. Alright. I kind of skipped past this one last time because our internet was kind of returning to shit, but it looks like it's perfectly fine now, so I think I'm gonna be able to do the mini-stories. It's been a long while since I was able to relax like this, all alone in my room without a concern in my mind. Maybe it's because a heavy burden had been lifted from my heart. I told the sinners that we should take a day off or so in our respective rooms. After what happened, we deserved a good rest. A big part of that decision was also to relieve Yi-sung of his seasickness, at least for a day. I don't think the sinners' rooms sway with the waves, thank God. We're still a ways away from getting out of the Great Lake. I thought it would be a good idea to have a day like this where we could just sit and relax. Of course, this wasn't like a real vacation or anything. If anything were to happen, this little time off would be over just like that. Like that eardrum-tearing siren of Mephi that always finds the worst times to go off, for example. Oh, fuck. Yeah. I had a feeling something like this was going to happen. I'm not even upset at this point. Just slightly disappointed.
이번에는 진짜 쓸모 있는 알람이어야 할 거다.
어차피 방 안에서 할 것도 없지 않았는가? 히스클리프 군도 틀어박혀 있기만 해서 재미없을 터.
나도 사색이란 걸 즐기는 사람이라고.
그랬는가?
For real?
시계 대가리. 당분간 누구 살릴 일도 없는데.
They'll be the last one in the royal, so just take one for the team. Aren't you going to ask Virgilius for permission too? I think I'm starting to get a handle on how to manage Heathcliff. Okay, I need to remember, this happened before the miracle.
이번에는 쓸모가 있는 알람이었던 것 같습니다.
Yippee! Then...
네, 거울 던전 쪽에서 문의 변화가 유의미하게 일어난 것 같습니다.
Roll credits.
단테, 제안해주신 휴식은?
Yeah, I know. I knew something like this was going to happen anyway.
그렇군요. 그럼 변화가 감지된 곳으로 이동하도록 하겠습니다.
There was something odd about the way Faust and Virgilius were looking at me, but... I was too busy to worry about the two of them. I had to somehow convince the sinners, who had their long-awaited proper break taken away from them as soon as it started, to get to work.
또 막혀있던 곳에 새로운 문이 생겼군.
Oh, this is for Dungeon 3.
이번엔 문이 좀 푸르스름하네요.
Oh, does this mark when the mirror dungeon changed?
이런 색은 아니었던 것 같은데.
The door did look a bit blue this time. Looks like every new mirror dungeon door will have a different design. This is the season 3 version, right? And disappear from time to time, I guess. I can hear rolling waves on the other side, I think. Okay, yeah, this is... I guess this is like, you got some new shit or something.
신규 공간을 호수의 거울로 호칭하기로 정한 것 같군요.
Mirror of the Lake, okay. Ishmael's eyebrows twitched.
저번에 이상 씨 때도 그렇고.
Okay, yeah, so the mirror dungeon changes at the end of each canto. Okay.
굉장히 수감자 친화적인 변화네요. 파우스트 씨.
Well, we didn't get one for Gregor or Rhodia.
엔진은 황금가지가 수복될 때마다 감응하도록 설계되어 있습니다. 버스의 뒷문 역시 엔진의 힘을 통해 만들어진 것. 황금가지와 직접적인 연관이 있었던 수감자들의 사건에 영향을 받는 것도 무리는 아니겠죠.
그 말은 앞으로 다른 황금가지를 회수할 때마다 새로운 공간이 만들어지는 건 확정적이라는 뜻이겠네요.
확률은 높습니다.
Yippee! So will we always get this cutscene after each canto? From now on?
네, 설명해줘서 고맙네요.
Ishmael's willingness to sharply and boldly question all things suspicious did not change at all, but... Or maybe she just didn't like the fact that the word lake was even brought up. After the events at the Great Lake, maybe she was starting to take care not to be as blunt and scathing toward her fellow sinners. Not more than necessary, anyway. That's good. I'm relieved. Character development!
잠시. 문제가 하나 더 있다.
말씀하시죠.
황금가지는 분명 회수 후 LCCA를 통해 본사로 이송된다고 들었다. 이 자리에 존재하지도 않는 것이 그런 영향을 끼칠 수 있는 건가?
그 질문에 대답하기 위해서는 조금 긴 시간을 필요로 할 것 같네요.
상관없다.
And we have to wait till Canto 12. Wait, Otis. How about we try to wrap this up as quickly as we can? Oh yeah. We better get to some place that's not constantly swaying. Yisung's really not having a good time out here. Man's just suffering again.
약을 먹지 않았어.
Oh no!
미안하오.
결론만 듣지.
요약하자면 황금가지는
Alright,
수복구 본사에 이송되어 특정 절차를 거쳐 조율을 하게 됩니다. 조율 과정이 마무리되면 메피스토펠레스의 엔진과 황금가지가 내보내는 파장이 맞물려 공명을 일으키게 되죠.
Okay.
관리자의 머리에 있는 황금가지와도 함께.
That's how it works?
그 과정이 관리자님께 해를 끼치지는 않는 건가?
Well, it shouldn't.
네, 뭐 보셔오셨다시피.
일단 회수하면 반응하는 건가? 알았다.
저기, 이제 지루하게 설명 듣는 시간은 끝난 거야?
빨강.
Enough with the
빨리
lecture.
강의는 끝내라고.
Faust, this dungeon. We have to enter it now, don't we? It felt like I was going back on my promise after telling everyone that we could relax. I didn't like this one bit. But I think I already knew what Faust was going to say.
파우스트는 가능한 빠르게 새로운 공간을 탐색할 것을 권장해드리고 싶습니다.
Oh, so we can at least take a
에오스에서
break?
육지로 돌아갈 때까지 시간이 남았고 특별히 해야 할 일도 없는 상황에선 거울 던전에서의 자원 확보와 성장이 적절한 활동이 될 테니.
Dude, at least let them rest. Ugh.
관리자님, 말씀하신 것을 반복하는 일이 마음에 들지는 않으실 수 있겠지만 저희의 남은 여정을 고려해 보았을 때 이 새로운 공간에서 얻을 수 있는 자원과 전투 경험은 게을리하기 어려운 것들이라고 사료됩니다.
The new resources, the ego shards. I nodded affirmatively. The sinners each began grumbling and aired their woes, but they still prepared to head into the dungeons once again. Thus, we entered the newly formed door. Alright, that's one story down. The second Walpurgis. This is a fight?! Also, we didn't get any from that, did we? Man. We're fighting in this one?! This is... green lights blinding our eyes and loud alarms rupturing our eardrums. I've gotten used to it by now. You good?
기껏 잠이라는 안식처로 도망한 참이었소만.
Thanks to the alarm, the sinners began waking up one by one from their naps.
발푸르기스의 밤이 다시 한번 찾아왔군요.
Even amidst that chaos, Faust remained as calm as ever. She walked up to the helm and shut off the alarm. Already? I thought it was supposed to be a really rare occurrence.
현상 자체는 희귀한 것이 맞지만 저희가 시기를 예측할 수 있는 현상은 아닙니다.
참 닿겠네. 그럼 일주일 뒤에도 갑자기 울릴 수 있다는 거야?
Bro, it's only been a week?
메피스토펠레스의 엔진이 가능하기까지 최소한의 시간이 있으니 그렇게 짧을 거라고는 생각하지 않습니다만.
Faust, who was busily interfacing with the device while answering Rhodia's question, came to a sudden stop. What's up? Is there something wrong?
아닙니다. 예상 가능한 변동 중에
Everything is fine. Probably.
다만 단테를 포함한 수감자들에게는 새로운 환경이라 잠시 어떤 설명이 필요할지 고민한 것이죠.
Wait, what? New environment? I looked at her curiously, but I did not voice my concerns. She was already walking toward the back door. Faust was not going to answer my question anyway.
가장 좋은 설명은 직접 확인하는 것이겠지요.
Yep, knew it.
의미 없는 지루한 일상이 다시 한번 꿈틀거리는군.
얼마 전까지 이 안을 꾸미겠다고 난리법석을 쳤는데 벌써 질리신 건가요?
Okay, now we're at the part where, okay.
기념할 만큼 기념했다고 생각하네.
단테, 앞장서시죠.
The bored sinners seemed to find this new possibility of an adventure somewhat exciting. They slowly got up from their seats with enthusiasm. We again made our way to the back door.
단테, 이번 변동은 던전이 있는 곳에서 일어났습니다.
Oh, so we've got to head toward my room.
네, 직접 열어주시면 되겠군요.
She did say something about the corridor changing depending on who opened the door. I walked across the corridor, trying to recall what Faust once told me.
정말 다행히도 이번엔 저 입장 금지 구역으로 가진 않네요.
Yay!
어떤 바보들이 멋대로 들어가서 별 쓸데없는 고생을 했었는데.
Oh.
앞으로는 진짜 안 한다고.
2번이나 어긴 자가 하는 말은 설득력이 떨어진다고 보지 않나.
동감이네요.
Oh, god damn it.
본인은 한 번 분이긴 하네.
넌 다물어 임마.
Gotta stop making them feel bad! I'm starting to enjoy this raucousness among the sinners. Hoping that this camaraderie would last for a long, long time, I turned the handle and opened the door.
아, 저 문은
Right, the door had transformed into an oddly familiar shape. This looks like one of those doors we saw back at one of the lobotomy court branches.
정확히 일치합니다.
Wait, what?
형상이 여럿 겹친 것처럼 보인다는 점이 다소 상이하나 디자인 기존은 일치함으로.
Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be a long one, so I don't think I'm going to go to the third one. I think I'll save the other one for later on.
발프루기스의 밤이 찾아왔다는 방증이라고 할 수 있겠네요.
Opening now. Door creaks open, and another corridor appears before us. Wait.
로보토미 지부.
Wait, why does this look like a... The longer I look at it, the more familiar it becomes. This place definitely looks a lot like those lobotomy court branches we've been to.
야, 똑똑이. 이런 식으로 로보토미 지부를 찾아 들어올 수 있으면 우리는 왜 버스를 타고 개고생하면서 찾아다니는 거야?
Yeah, good question.
부분이 하나가 아니니까 거꾸로 돌아가며 대답하죠.
I will tackle them in reverse order. Jesus.
우선 발프루기스의 밤은 저도 예측할 수 없는 현상입니다.
그걸 통해서 작전을 펼친다는 발상 자체가 정신 빠진 소리라는 말이 되겠지.
그것도 그렇네.
생각을 조금 더 해보고 말하는 건 어떨까, 히스?
Heathcliff scowled at Rhodia's remark, but soon grew dejected once he noticed the other sinners were nodding in agreement. RIP!
뭐, 가능성까지 부정하진 않겠습니다만. 그리고 이곳은 저희가 찾아다니던 도시 어딘가 있는 로보토미 지부의 공간이 아닙니다. 그저 발프루기스의 밤의 영향으로
Is this like the headquarters?
복도의 일종일 뿐. 현재 존재하는 지부의 황금가지를 수복해야 하는 저희의 업무와 관련된 공간은 아니라고 할 수 있겠죠.
알아들었다고. 헛소리해서 미안하다고 하면 그만할 거냐?
가능성을
We really out here
부정하지
treating them
않는
like a
것입니다.
moron, aren't we?
그리고 아직 더 남았습니다.
There's more! More? I didn't think there was anything more for her to correct, but Faust clearly seemed to think that there was another critical error in Heathcliff's statement. And without even flinching, and wearing that serious expression, she looked into the distance.
이곳은 지부가 아닙니다.
Faust muttered. not one of them? So this isn't a LobCorp facility?
지부가 아니라 과거 어느 시점과 가능성에 로봇통이 본사라는 것입니다.
Oh, so this is the events of LobCorp, of the game.
그럼 여기가 부러진 날개가 되었다는...
네, 이것은 L사, 과거의 지휘팀이 사용하던 복도입니다.
Oh! No shot! They're playing the management music! That's awesome! Yo! I need to finish LobCorp. I still need to finish LobCorp. I'm probably gonna play that at least once before the new year, but... Yo! Let's go! I can sense the rising apprehension among the sinners. So this is where it happened. I don't remember it since it happened before my amnesia, but everyone in the city knows about that incident that we're probably going to learn soon, right? The source of the blinding light that enveloped the city for days, which then sunk everyone into utter darkness for the next. Ooh, we're going to learn about that. But Faust appears unaffected by the general air of anxiety of those around her. Instead, she continues to look off into the distance, away from the sinners. Maybe it's because she doesn't care. Or maybe what she already knows doesn't faze her. Are you waiting for something, Faust?
네, 변동에 관한 정보는 이게 끝이 아니었으니까요.
No, it's so sick. They're even playing the music. That's cool. Before Faust finished, the lights of the corridor suddenly switched colors.
시작되었군요.
The first trumpet!
말로만 듣던 기지매몰?
This is so cool!
이것과 다른 경보가 울립니다.
그럼 뭔데? 이 빨간 불빛. 난 제법 불쾌하거든.
옵니다. 정면.
They're here? I followed the tip of Faust's finger, which pointed toward the same direction she'd been looking at this entire time. Steam of unknown origin began to coalesce there. What? And a bizarre machine of sorts appeared there.
시련입니다. 색은 녹빛. 여명.
Green Dawn! Yo, these guys are little bitches! Everyone seemed to know that something like this was going to happen. They prepared for battle, warily eyeing the mysterious machine. No, wait. It feels more like a Pacatulum? I instinctively blurted out the immediate sense they gave off, and looked at Faust. She'll know what to say. Hopefully. Instead of giving me an answer, however, Faust brandished the Zweihander and stepped forward.
우선 저것을 처리하도록 하죠. 단테, 인격태를 준비해 주세요.
I bet! Yo, that's cool! One day a question crossed my— oh my god, they even have the card! The fuck you doing here? Damn, I can't believe they actually translated the ordeal fights into Limbus battles. That's crazy! Although these guys are little fucks, so... Well, what happens if we survive all 5 turns without killing them? Because this could be either timed or just... Did I fail? Eventually, we managed to reduce the machines to a pile of scrap metal. What was that?
그래서 파우스트 씨, 이 고생을 하면서 저걸 처리한 이유가 있겠지?
네. 저희에게 돌아올 보상의 효율이 높으니까요.
보상?
Yeah, we get more in Keflin. Gregor repeated, clearly expecting her to elaborate, but Faust ignored his gesture and instead began to observe the walls and items around her.
이것들은 결국 무엇이었던 것인가?
Okay, so Yusong wasn't a LobCorp researcher in the past, okay. Yusong stood next to Faust and began to muse alongside her.
한때 본사에서 출몰했던 환상체와 흡사하면서도 또 다른 존재. 로보토미 본사에서는 이런 괴물들을 시련이라고 칭했습니다.
Ordeals!
시련. 그런가? 여기는 환상체 격리실이 아니라 복도인데도 격리실처럼 쓰였나 보.
이 괴물들은 특정 시기에 갑작스럽게 나타나는 성질을 갖고 있었습니다.
Monsters? Like, monsters of the outskirts?
그렇게 보일 수도. 정확한 의미에서는 아닐 수도요.
Okay, to be honest, I've kind of forgotten the lore behind the ordeals.
말씀드릴 수밖에 없겠네요. 달태.
Dante.
백디아해.
Oh, that thingy!
미리 말씀드립니다만, 단테.
Yeah?
앞으로의 변동에서 이 시련이나 그에 준하는 상황이 발생할 확률은 높을 것입니다.
Alright, bet. We'll
도전하는
kick their ass.
권장해드리고 싶네요.
So she says, guys.
난 이 중년이 싫으니까.
오히려 좋네. 심심할 일도 없고 전투 훈련도 되지 않겠는가.
Except for Faust and Yisong, who were quietly exchanging their observations, each sinner began rowdily sharing their impressions. I was like, God damn it, I don't want to fight these things! I guess that's a more reasonable proposition than let's just doze off on the bus until we find land. Hopefully Faust or Yisong will one day find the time to explain their findings to me. Right, we had to get moving. I approached the sinners to get us going. Is there more? Or is that the whole chapter?